beautiful Toronto, Ontario, broadcasting live. We're about to play some Minecraft. I'm going to show you guys a sneak peek into the Legends Minecraft server. I'm here with special guest Justin C. Alright, we're just getting Minecraft booted up. Here we go, folks. We're about to dive into the Legend SerpentX Minecraft server. We're into Kingdom Battles. Alright, this is the beautiful house of Justin C's settlement. Here we go. We have a settler. Alright, just looking at some of the features of this server, we're into the settlement of Winterfell, which is home of Justin C. He has an enormous wealth of $489,000. He's got tons of food, 70,000 units of food. We're actually not a criminal in Winterfell. This game uses a nice GTA-style criminal system. And it also has resources to manage all of your peasants and their needs. We have in this province a farmer who produces wheat, a rancher who produces wool, and also a fisherman and a stone miner. Each NPC has to be paid every day. And in return, they'll produce for your settlement raw materials. This settler actually will also cash in emeralds, and you can get emeralds all over the world by killing other NPCs of other provinces and by also killing animals and monsters. So just exploring around the world, we have some guards that are owned by the settlement of Winterfell, which you can command. So right now, this guard is going to follow me around and guard me, and I can actually reposition him to guard locations or positions of interest. So here we have the swordsman following me, and I just gave him a quick command to guard this location, and he will actually attack any monsters or enemies of my settlement. And there we have another swordsman over here, which is paid and operated by the settlement of Winterfell, and he'll actually take down these skeletons. Oh no! Oh no! He's died, and as you can see, he's dropped some of his gear, and we're being attacked by skeletons. So we better get back into our settlement for some safety. Maybe I'll grab this peasant and see if we can get him to take care of these skeletons for us. There he goes. Good job, peasant. It looks like the captain of the guard has stepped in too. And we have a pretty epic battle going. Let's give these guys a hand. There we go. Oh, it looks like our settlement is under heavy attack. There we go. All right, now that we dealt with that. All right, so this is the beautiful settlement of Winterfell. And this is a settlement. It does generate money for your province. And just flipping, maybe to give you guys a better idea of what I'm talking about, let me show you the world map here. And as you can see, we're located up here in this northern area. And there you can see the settlement. You can also see the Grand Castle, and you can see that there are some resources around, like the stone mine, the fishing hut, the farm. So why don't I give you guys a quick tour of exactly what these resource places can do for you. So let's go find one of these. Oh god. Oh, unfortunately another swordsman has died. All right, so this looks like the rancher's hut. Down here, we also have the farmer, and it looks like we have the fisherman over here. And let's go take, I think this is the stone miner. Let's go take a look at him. All right, so if you are ranked a knight or a lord of the settlement, and this game does have full rankings from kings to lords to knights and citizens and also slaves as ranks. So let's actually get this peasant to, if we click on this, he'll actually guard this stone miner's hut. So let's see here. Let's talk to this stone miner. So right now, this stone miner has 500 stones, and because I'm ranked a knight in this settlement of Winterfell, he'll actually give it to me. And yeah, so it looks like he gave me this block right here of 64 stone. So my inventory is full right now. So that's about all the stone I can hold. So let's go check out Justin C's castle. And if I take a quick look at the map, you can see that it's located, I'm about right here, so it's located just a bit to my north. So let's head on over and see if we can find his castle. Should just be over this horizon. I can see some of Justin's decorative walls up ahead. A little bit of a leap of faith there. Part of the trickery of Justin's castle here is the terrain. Definitely one of the beautiful elements of this server is that it's fully destructible. And we actually here we go. This is the we finally made it to the Justin's castle of Winterfell. And like I was saying before, one of the beautiful elements of this game is that we actually encourage destruction. We actually encourage players to take down their enemies' bases. And you might say, but that's terrible. Like, Justin, how long do you think it took you to build this castle?
I'd say probably a couple of months.
Yeah, definitely. It was a long process. He has working bridges and working doors. And how are we going to get in? Well, see, and this is part of the fun. I don't have any TNT on me, but if I did, I would blow the shit out of his walls and smash my way through. And you might say, well, if it took a couple months for him to build, aren't you, there we go. That's just demonstrating some of his door mechanisms. There's his drawbridge, which helps you get across the lava. And now we're finally into the courtyard of Justin's castle. And drawing back, you say, well, isn't it going to be devastating destroying all that hard work? Well, here's the beauty, is that Justin actually owns an architect, and he can actually commission his architect to completely rebuild his castle. So that in the event that it's damaged by enemies, it will cost him a bit of gold, but it allows for a server that can be fully destroyed and rebuilt, and without the tedious effort of rebuilding each block. You have the architect to do that for you, which is fantastic. It's a very excellent PvP server. We have everything from bandits to pirate factions. We have pirate battles, like naval ship battles. We have a full economy system where each province is, like, if I flip back to the map, you can see that there are several different provinces, and they will actually light up too to show you the areas that there are owned. But basically, this area here is Winterfell. We have Valhalla up here. We have Guildwood to the south, Winlandia. These are all owned by individual lords, like actual players, and the beauty is anybody can actually get to the rank of lord. Now, it's not that simple. There is some work. For example, you will have to, when this world starts, it's to seed. There is no buildings. There's nothing. All there are is a few settlers get dropped, and these are just NPC players that you have to help collect resources like wood and stone and stuff like that. And in return for helping them, they'll actually build the initial settlement that I showed you at the beginning of the video. And once you've built that and you've helped that peasant with the resources, he'll go to work, and it might take a few of the game days for him to do it. And in that time, it's your job to keep him alive from the mobs and enemies. And so if in rewards though for completing that settlement, he'll actually make you the first stage of this, which is a chief, where you're just basically chief of a small village. But it's a very good starting point. You start to get a bit of income, and you also get a salary for being chief. I think it's something like 50 gold a day or something like that. But it really allows you to build up your settlement. From there, you can hire a farmer, you can hire a lumberjack, some of the very basic resource generators. And then from there, you can move on to what else? You can build, once you've built your settlement, you can start collecting resources for your castle. Now, of course, you're going to need a ton of stone, tons of, raw materials to build that. But once you've collected them all, your castle architect will go to work. Now, that could take, realistically, Justin's castle took, I'd say, what'd you say, Justin? It took about a week, an actual real life week, for that architect to actually build brick by brick Justin's castle. But it offers a ton of defense. You can hold tons of soldiers in a castle, and it's definitely worth it. And it also opens up a lot of different classes. For example, you can get a merchant, you can get a captain of your guard, you can get a general, where you can start to lead armies against other provinces, all kinds of stuff, so it really opens up the different aspects of the game. You can also start trading through your merchant to other provinces. For example, Winterfell is, as you can see, it's a very mountainous terrain. It produces a ton of stone, but the trees are very limited. Lumber is very limited in Winterfell. So, he's almost forced to do a lot of trade with some of the southern provinces that have tons of lumber. So, yeah, just exploring more of Justin's castle, just to give you a quick, view into the server. And definitely, this was all hand built by Justin C. He's the proud lord of Winterfell, and that wraps up our quick intro to the server called Kingdom Battles by the legend SerpentX.